So I am walking around and I wanted to share something with you. So it's really hot today and I went to the community fridge to drop off a bunch of food that I picked up yesterday. I looked back at the stream that I did. I didn't really show you guys everything. Like, I showed you guys what was inside of the bag, but I got so distracted by the other stuff that I didn't show you the sheer amount of stuff that I grabbed from that one cafe place. It was so heavy that when I was going on the buffet home, my arm started hurting and it was actually cutting into my skin. I told Lewis that I didn't want to grab so much stuff in the future because the weight of it, just carrying that stuff, it's uncomfortable. So I dropped the stuff off to the fridge and I'm really happy about it. And then after I load the stuff up, it's sandwiches, it's their like pastrami, or it's their meat and cheese one. I forgot what it is, like prosciutto or something like that. I can't remember what the exact word of it is, but I know it's about $6 each. And then there was a whole bunch of them that I dropped off along with yogurt, sandwiches, cupcakes, and like cheese sticks of sorts. And then after I stock it up, I kind of go across the street, outside of the community fridge, and I just kind of look at it. I'm like, wow, that was really a lot of stuff. No more than 1 minute later, after I step back, there's this person that makes a beeline for it. And they basically took everything. And my heart dropped because it's not just that they went for the beeline of the stuff. So underneath was all these vegetables. I guess other volunteers brought vegetables. They brought like radishes and leafy vegetables. There was so much leafy vegetables, but they chose to go after the prepackaged stuff. They saw the trays of meat and they just took everything. They took every single one. And then I stacked the yogurts in front, right? They saw one of the yogurts and they threw it. They threw it in the back of the fridge. And if you guys are familiar with yogurts, if those them burst, I'm thinking to myself, not only is this person grabbing almost everything, they're so rude because instead of like gingerly moving things aside, there was more than enough space to move the yogurts. They just pick it up and they throw it. Yeah, I was just so shocked. I was so shocked, and they just loaded up their bag with stuff, left, and all the high value items, all the sandwiches, all the meat, gone with one person. Yeah. Some of you guys might be saying I'm being a little overtly sensitive over here. And well, Erica, this is how things are. But that's not the whole purpose of this. The whole purpose of why I grab stuff is not just so one person can grab all the sandwiches, grab all the meats, and just take it in one fell swoop. I'm not collecting food just so someone can go, can kind of just like directly benefit the whole thing, like for one person. That's what I'm trying to get at. And it makes me think about what I've been told by other volunteers. There are people who restock the fridge, listen to this, 3 times in one day. So the fridge could be fully full 3 times in one day and it'll be completely empty at the end of the day. So I just think now that there are people who, when they see packaged stuff inside of there, their gut inclination is just take all the prepackaged or most of it, all the high value stuff with the meat in there, with cheese, meat, that kind of stuff. And yeah, I'll leave the rest. And it was so disrespectful. It was so rude. I really have no problem, if they took a good chunk of it, but like, don't take every single sandwich, don't take every single freaking meat item that I just dropped off, and then get the, when the yogurt's blocking it, because I didn't want to, space it all out, right? So I put the yogurt in front. Don't just throw it in the back of the fridge. Like, would any of you guys do that with your fridge? Like, if you see a yogurt, just like throw it in the back of it, like physically throw it. So yeah, it just pissed me off. It just pissed me off, and it just made me think, because we just got a deep freezer in today. If I do encounter meat, that tells me that I should have frozen it, because the meat stuff didn't actually, because it's what's it like smoked, like smoked meat, salami, that kind of pastrami, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I forgot what the name of it is, but it's like salami with cheese. That didn't expire until I think October for those ones. So if I had known that someone was going to take it, I could have easily refrigerated it for like a week for some of it, like split the shipment, right? So that way I didn't drop the whole stock all at one time. But I didn't think about that because I figure, hey, why wouldn't one person take all that meat? Like that is just way too much meat for one person to consume all in one sitting. But it is what it is. And it's just knowing that going around New York spending like 2 hours looking for the stuff, and then one person just whoops in and just grabs basically everything except the yogurts. It's just sad. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I kind of think I have to reevaluate how I put stuff in the fridge. I don't like that I feel like I have to do an extra step, but the whole purpose of this is that I wanted to make sure people could take it if they wanted it. I didn't want to just have it as one person takes the whole freaking thing basically. So yeah. Anyway, Lewis is giving me a call. Yeah. So no, I don't think so. I really don't think so. If you were redistributing to people, you wouldn't not grab the yogurts or throw the yogurts in the back of the fridge. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't a sealed yogurt. It's a clamshell kind of yogurt. So you pop the top off. If you pop the top off, it will go all over the place. I've had it where the sealed foil ones make a huge mess of things. So seeing that this happened, it's just yeah. So and the fridge too, it can get messy. Like I've always wondered about that. Like how does the fridge get messy, right? You just drop in prepackaged stuff, you drop in vegetables, but for some reason sometimes things like you can see that things leaked around, and I'm thinking, how does that happen with a prepackaged item? I don't know now, and maybe this is just a guess, but maybe people are, when they see something right in front, they're just throwing it in the back, and a fridge is not that deep either. So I don't know why this is happening. Yeah, and I can't distribute it among two fridges because the other fridge is just fresh produce only, so I can't drop sandwiches in that fridge. Either I'll probably get yelled at. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking about just breaking it down with smaller stuff because it's like I can't avoid that kind of stuff. It's like knowing that there might be vultures going around and grabbing this stuff. It just is very disheartening. So I'll keep it at that. I know he's. Yeah, so we'll see. Like I want to think that maybe this person was redistributing, but my gut feeling told me no. If you were redistributing, you would be a lot more respectful to the fridge. I'm very, when I see people who are trying to rescue food, they are very respectful overall. Like every single diver that I have met, every single one of them, who do it for the community fridges, who are volunteer, they're very respectful. They're very nice. They're very considerate. They don't make a mess. If they open the bags, they tie it up. And yeah, that's why I don't think that person was just like collecting just to redistribute it to other people, like in a very charitable sense. I think they were just taking all the high value stuff, and it's just disrespectful. Yeah. Wow. One of the fridges in Rockaway got dragged onto the beach. Holy crap. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to split it up. Maybe that will be the answer for it. Maybe if there's something that I can freeze and I get a large quantity, I'll throw it in a deep freezer. We just got a chest freezer in, and it works really well. I highly recommend it. It's mostly empty right now because the space to actually freeze things. And now I have this keen awareness that if I drop a whole lot of meat items or sandwiches all at one time, it's a very real possibility that someone will just take everything. And yeah, it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. It's just based on the body language and based on just what I was seeing. This person was very like a vulture. Like a vulture. Yeah. It also makes me think, that's one of the reasons why that fridge is kind of empty all the time. The whole reason a community fridge can work is if people continually pick stuff up and drop things off. And what I'm noticing is overall, there's a small group of people who are restocking the fridge. And I know it's a small group of people because the stuff that's getting dropped is mass sizes of vegetables or things that you hear about organizations putting into the fridge. But without these people, right, it's like I feel like I question if the community can really sustain it by themselves, because it's a whole give and take thing. It's a whole give and take thing. You cannot I don't feel like it's good to just take from a fridge and not give anything back. That's my stance on it. So yeah, it's just, who knows, maybe I'm misinterpreting it. It just rubbed me a really wrong way. No. Okay, so here's the other thing about food banks, you guys. So I used to volunteer at a food pantry before. You guys know why I stopped volunteering there. It was due to drama. And with that place, they would normally give something like 3 cans of tuna, 2 cans of tomato sauce, 2 apples, 2 oranges, 1 pound of carrots, and like 5 pounds of chicken wings, or 5 pounds of like turkey or roast beef and stuff, right? So this isn't that much food, but because it's supposed to help supplement, like food stamps and things like that, you don't expect it to last the whole entire month. This food pantry thing is only supposed to be given to individuals once a month, okay? But what I found out was, because of the situation that's going on, there are people who come every single week. And due to social distancing, these places cannot double check people because their computer system is indoors, right? Before they used to check people indoors. And now because they're greeting people outside, there's no way of kind of monitoring or checking things out. And yeah, so you have people who are supposed to only come once a month coming every single week. And people let it slide. So yeah, it's just, there's a lot of things in place. Like if you don't have systems and protocols in place, it becomes a free-for-all. And I'm starting to see that that's the reason why they have limits. That's the reason why they check people in and they say, hey, this is only supposed to be once a month. It's not supposed to be like every single week or coming in. You could actually potentially come in twice a week if you really wanted to. And it's just like, yeah. So that's supposed to be, like I said, supplementation on top of food stamps. And there's also food distribution as well. You guys might have remembered me talking about that. Yeah. So there's like a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of resources available in this community. And I will be kind of surprised, if someone took advantage of all these different resources, there would be an overabundance of food, in my opinion. If everyone just kind of, went to the food pantry every week, plus food distribution, plus community fridges, it's a freaking lot of food. Yeah. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later, most likely. But it was just something I wanted to tell you all. And I kind of wish that people would self-regulate in a sense. And if you know it's a community fridge, don't get greedy and don't grab it all, because if you grab it all, it's like the person or the people who put it there, it's not meant for just, it's not like if you see a whole stack of, let's say, a bunch of items, right? Let's say you see it's a stack of like 10 sandwiches there or something. It doesn't mean that, hey, it's free so you could take all 10 if you want to. But it happens, and it's just something, it's a lot for me to think about. I think I'm going to keep continuing what I'm doing, but in the event that I can freeze things, or if I can just store it in the fridge, I'm going to do that. I'm not going to drop such big amounts, because if I do bring a big amount in, all it takes is 1 minute later, and just like all the work that and all the weight that I was lifting is just like gone. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let me see what's over here. Oh, let's see here. I'm kind of curious. One moment. Yeah, so look at this. I'll show you guys this really quick. So you can see that one yogurt got tossed in the back. And yeah, I'm just kind of... See, so these were left, but all the meat items are gone. All the meat items are gone. But there's a lot of vegetables. You guys see that? There's a lot of vegetables. But there's not so much interest in the vegetables. So I know that volunteers bring this stuff over here. And then, see all this kind of thing over here? Volunteers bring this stuff over. And some of the stuff, I know this is distributed by a food pantry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Take your time.
No.
You done? You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, so meat is the number one thing that gets taken out from here. And yogurts and whatnot, not so much. Yeah, so meat and cheese seem to be the really big one. There's 2 mozzarella cheese that I didn't see earlier, but it seems like it's going right now. Do you see how nice that person was? See, that's how, like, I don't mind for like people who are nice and kind and things like that, but it's like when people just grab everything and just... Yeah, so that's why you guys didn't see any sandwiches in there. You just guys saw yogurts. Yogurts, that's it. Yeah. So, anyway, you guys, I will talk to you guys later. I'm gonna get going. And I actually need to go grocery shopping because now we have a chest freezer and I really want to restock it. I think today is actually the last day of the I think today is the last day of sales for veggie patties, so I need to buy a whole bunch and we will see how it goes. Yeah, I'll see ya.